Today's video is all about showing a beginner or teaching a beginner from start to finish how to effectively do a Romanian deadlift. So I've seen a lot of videos online addressing this topic, but not actually working with a beginner. So the beauty with today is Hannah actually never has been taught how to do this movement before. So it's going to give you guys some really good insight into some of the mistakes that you might be making or have made and how you can actually fix them, okay? So with the Romanian deadlift, it can look like you're doing it quite effectively, but there are a few intricate things about it that you actually have to really nail to make sure you're doing it effectively and doing it safely, okay? Because we are loading up that lower back quite a bit, okay? So before we get stuck in, please hit the subscribe button. It allows us to get more content out to you guys, and it just really helps us spread the word. We're all about helping fitness beginners get started in the gym they love. So without further ado, Hannah, have you ever done a Romanian deadlift before?
No, never done one.
No. So I'm going to start from scratch. With a Romanian deadlift, the most important thing is actually being able to find and maintain a neutral spine. Okay, now you might have heard of this before. If not, we're going to go through it now. Okay, so Hannah, what I'm going to get you to do is you're going to be on your hands and knees, just like so. All right. So you're going to have your knees underneath your hips, and you're actually going to face this way. So swivel around, just so that the camera, everyone can see. And what you're going to do is you're going to imagine your hips now are like a bucket of water that's full to the brim of water. Okay? What you're going to do is, have you ever done an exercise called a cat camel before? No? So you're going to imagine that bucket is full of water, and you're going to tilt your pelvis backwards and pour some of that water this way. So you're going to create an arch in your back, like so. Okay? Yep, and then you're going to do the opposite and actually tilt some water out the front, pour some water out the front, so tilt the other way. Beautiful, and you're just going to rock forward and back a few times. Excellent, so she's tilting some water out the front, tilting some water out the back, and what you're going to do now, Hannah, is you're going to find almost like the middle of those two extremes. So do that now, so find kind of a flat, neutral spine. Perfect, so we can see there she's got a nice flat back, okay, and this is what we call a neutral spine. This position is perfect for loading, okay? We want to be able to lift loads but maintain this nice neutral spine. So what you're going to do from there, Hannah, okay, is you're actually going to hold that position but you're going to create some movement, okay? So what you're going to do is actually kick an arm and a leg out, maintaining that back, okay? So go for it. Beautiful, and then coming back. You're going to switch over to the other side. Excellent. And just alternate between those. So you can see how she keeps a nice neutral spine whilst creating movement at the hip and the arm. Okay? So just again thinking about holding that position. Beautiful. So Hannah's actually nailing it. Okay, she's a beginner, but she's doing a fantastic job at holding that neutral spine with the dynamic hip. Okay? Beautiful. So Hannah has successfully maintained or found and maintained a neutral spine, and now we're going to take that into the next step. Okay, so next we're going to be teaching Hannah how to hip hinge with a neutral spine. So first thing you're going to do, Hannah, I'll show you what to do. You're going to hold this stick on your back with one hand above your head and one hand on your lower back. Okay, looks a bit like this. From there, you're going to imagine, okay, that you're keeping that stick on your head, your shoulder blades, and your tailbone, or just above kind of your bum there. Okay. If you maintain those three positions, it's actually going to keep you in a nice straight back position and maintain that neutral spine. From here, you're going to bend your knees just a little bit. I like to call them marshmallow knees. Okay, marshmallow knees because they're soft, but they're still intact. They're not squatting down like butter, but they're not locked out either. Okay, so just like marshmallows. From there, with your marshmallow knees and those 3 points of contact, you're going to hip hinge over, feel a bit of a stretch in those hamstrings, and come back up to the start. Now this is quite a technical movement, so we'll see how you go with this and we can coach you through it. Okay, so grabbing that stick, hand up above your head, okay. Beautiful, so you're going to hold your, one hand here, one hand where your lower back is, so a little bit further up, and you're going to hold it on your bum or your tailbone, your shoulder blades, and your head back a little bit, so make sure your head's in contact, okay. From there, just a little knee bend, okay, and see, that's enough, maybe even less, just a tiny knee bend. From there, you're going to hip hinge or tilt yourself over, making sure that those 3 points stay in contact. Okay, go for it. Excellent. And back up. A few more. Excellent. So I might just pause you there. So you want to make not from your knees, okay, but actually from your hips. So think about really tilting yourself in two parts, okay, go for it. So coming over, excellent, and back up. A few more. Excellent, so you can see with Hannah that her hips are doing the majority of the movement. You can do a few more. You can see that her knees are just like marshmallows, so just a little bit of a knee bend, but the majority of the movement is actually coming from the hips. So you can go a little bit deeper. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And she's keeping that nice straight back. She's actually really good at this, okay? So she's a beginner, but she's nailing it. That'll do. Perfect. What you can do now is you can actually start to load that pattern. She's maintaining a nice neutral spine. She's she's hip hinging really nicely. So now we can actually start to add some load to that movement, okay? So let's put the stick down, and put that aside. And this is where it can start to get a little bit trickier because we're actually adding some load, okay? So think about what you just did, okay? You had those marshmallow knees, had that nice straight back, okay? Now you're actually going to have a bar, and you're going to do the exact same movement, but now it's loaded. Okay, so if you can walk up to the bar, so it's just above your shoelaces. So I've got a little bit closer. So you want it over your shoelaces. Excellent. And you're going to do the exact same movement. So little marshmallow knees, okay, and then reaching down to grab the bar. Okay, go for it. Excellent. And then just going to lift it up to your hips. Beautiful. So what you're going to do, Hannah, is again exactly the same things I said. Little marshmallow knees, nice straight back. Imagine that stick is on those 3 points. Okay. And you're going to just hip hinge. Go for it. Beautiful. See if you can go a little bit further, so just beyond your knees. Excellent. Back up. Say maybe even chase a little bit more of a stretch. Keep going. Looking down. Yep. And back up. Beautiful. So you can see again, nice, just a little knee bend, enough to give her some space to move. A nice flat back. Again, imagine if that stick was on her back, it'd be perfectly straight. And then you're going to finish nice and strong with your hips into the bar. Excellent. 2 more. 1 more to go. And then hips through. Beautiful. You can get to the bar to the ground, keeping that nice straight back. Go for it. Keep going, keep going. Excellent. Beautiful. All right, so that is how you do a remaining movement from start to finish, learning all the fundamentals so you can do it really safely and effectively. Again, please subscribe to this channel because we are all about helping fitness beginners get started in a gym they love and feel confident doing so. Thanks.